All right, on this episode of Bouts Talking Bouts, we got a big fight going November the 30th. It is happening at BTC 8 Eliminator. We got a big card going on in the Niagara Falls area. We have Teshay Gouthro getting in there for a bantamweight tilt, and his opponent is Ariel Zuniga. And I've got Ariel on the show. How's your day going so far there, man?
Good, man. Just up and down working, but good to go. How's it going, man?
No, I'm doing good. And yeah, when we were talking after your, post-fight interview there for that, prior BTC card, BTC 6, you were talking about how you had a day job in construction to support the family, and it kind of gave you like a heavy lifting gig while you're simultaneously doing the amateur fights. Are you still doing that rebar construction, or is now like full-time pro MMA?
More so full-time MMA now. I'm working a little bit lighter job now. I'm working HVAC, and I'm putting more energy into MMA now. So you're going to see a better guy when you see me go inside the cage.
Yeah, well, it feels like you'd get like the best of both worlds there, because like HVAC is still a job that like requires, certainly some level of like physical exertion and stuff like that, but maybe you can allocate some of that energy more to like the training now. So it seems like best of both worlds.
Well, yeah, I still have the power. I just keep pushing more inside the gym, and I don't get tired as much anymore due to the job that I used to do. Now it's just go all the time.
Yeah, for sure. And when you're, pushing it in the gym, obviously you got to have great training partners with you and stuff like that. Who are you putting in the regular work with? Like, who are some of the regular cast of characters you're getting in that hard training with?
There's a couple guys. We have some bantamweights in our gym. We have Andy Garrett, Alejandro Souza. You guys signed us. BTC signed as well. David Rapagna. He's a really, really tough guy. So I have a lot of guys, a lot of experience who have my back. And I'm thankful for the beatings that they give me. So when I go inside the cage, there's nothing new.
Yeah, it must be great to have people who have kind of like a similar physical frame to you, so you can like most appropriately get ready for fighting people in your class. Because I know for certain divisions, it's not like the easiest thing necessarily to get like similar, body frames in that kind of way.
Yeah, well, I work well with both, and both body frames brings different things, right? Sometimes you have smaller guys that are faster. I recently had somebody from Miami come down, and that was the first time I felt somebody faster than me. But I find it like a fun game, you know what I mean? You keep adjusting and you keep learning. Like light bulbs flashing all the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like you're learning a lot and firing on all cylinders. But you mentioned BTC recently signing some individuals. I noticed you signed a multi-fight contract with BTC as well.
I really liked BTC. My first experience with them, my first pro MMA fight, everything was professional. And I liked everybody, man. It was a good feeling, and it felt like a good company to sign with. And I'm appreciative of the contract. So you guys are going to see me fight a lot for them.
Yeah, it's a great promotion that's been doing well in terms of getting traction on the Ontario scene, which like you probably know, being in MMA circles, it was pretty quiet for a while. It was kind of like dormant pretty much in terms of events going on. So how cool is it to see a promotion like really putting on for the Ontario scene and giving it new life?
Oh, I'm happy, man, because I've been waiting for a while for Ontario MMA. Like you already know, I was held back a little bit a couple of years ago, and now that it's going full tilt here in Ontario, I can go all the way. And everybody that I know, people that you grew up with, they have more opportunities to come see you fight live versus seeing it on a stream, which is great. A lot of people haven't experienced MMA events, and to bring them here in Ontario, bring something new for everybody.
Yeah, you mentioned something about being held back in there. Was that kind of what you would like attribute to like the couple years that you had off a little while ago? Because like
I was held back due to like medical documents back in the day, and like that's why I like BTC, because before everything was on point. I was getting emails. I was getting pretty much instructed in everything that I needed to do, versus everything last minute. So it was a much more professional feel, and it was much better to work with BTC, because I learned what to do, what needs to be done, and I didn't have to stress. All I had to do was worry about training.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to hear that, because like you'd won that pro debut after kind of being out of the picture for a little while, but I think it was the composure that sort of got me there. Like you overcame certain spots in the fight, not necessarily where you were in like grave trouble per se, but you could tell you weathered certain storms and maintained some type of composure and everything like that.
I brought a friend to the gym, and I grew up with him, and he's actually like a heavyweight, and he put me in similar situations with pretty much putting me against the wall, and like you have to defend and defend. So I'm used to this. You know what I mean? So like I can seem like I'm in trouble, but I know how to come back. It's an Evolution type style, right? You just keep going, just keep pushing. Even if somebody has you back against the cage, you can keep going.
Yeah, and training with a heavyweight there, that articulates the benefits of what you were talking about before, where like it's good to train with guys who have different frames than you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? You get to adjust with every single person. That's what I love about having these shark tanks, is that you have about 5 guys coming in and you're fresh, and you have to keep readjusting yourself to each situation. So you got to be quick and you got to be on your feet all the time, right?
Yeah, for sure. And in terms of like people, I guess on like the trainer end of things, like I remember, last time out you worked with Andre Dita a fair bit. Who are you working with on that end ahead of this fight?
Well, Dita's the brother of my coach here in Toronto. I was working actually more with Mauricio, and with him, he's the master in the gym, man. He puts everything, flows everything together. He sees your style, and he'll show you what's good for you and what will work inside the middle of a fight. He has loads of experience, man. He's cornered a lot of UFC fights. Currently, we have a world champion in Bellator under Mauricio, Rafael Lovato Jr. So I have a wealth of knowledge with Mauricio.
Yeah, and the confidence that comes from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
But this is a great fight here coming up. I mean, like 2 really great, prospects on the scene and stuff like that. I mean, Teshay getting a victory on that same BTC 6 card that you were on, but also he won a fight on the last PFC card, which I was actually cage side for as well. What's your read on the skill set that Teshay Gouthro has and sort of what he'll bring to the table?
He seems good, man. Like, he has a lot of experience from what I could tell. I met him at the weigh-ins. I remember him. And it should be an interesting fight, man. We're going to go back and forth a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it lends itself to being quite an entertaining fight on paper. I mean, people that follow the Ontario scene, I think this is, good matchmaking in their estimation. I certainly like it.
Yeah, I'm going to like it too, man. I have a lot of fun when I go inside there. As long as I'm having fun and I have somebody that can throw with me, let's go. Let's have a time, man. We're underneath the lights. People will be watching us, so we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, and when we did that post-fight interview, they had like a little like special BTC 6 beer going on for the night. Are you going to be killing a beer in the post-fight interview this time?
I'll probably walk from the cage right to the bar right after. We get a tradition.
I love that, man. But also when I have fighters on the show, I usually ask like if there's certain like genres of music that they like to train to. But I also have interviewed fighters that sort of train in like relative silence, kind of want to replicate the conditions of fight night more so. Where are you at on that end of things?
I could do both. Like music. I really like listening to music. We already have the music always playing inside the gym. But in silence, I can understand guys that like doing that. But the thing is that when you're inside the cage, it's not silent. You have everybody screaming and everything, so it doesn't really bug me, man. It's all just mental. It keeps its own, right? I don't care either way. The music's always fun, right?
I guess like after training, like, is there anything you like cruise around in the car to or something like that? Anything you're sort of partial to, or kind of just you're down for whatever?
Don't even remind me about cars right now, man. My transmission died in my truck. I'm taking the bus again.
Yeah, but you've been great with your time, man. Is there anything you'd like to sort of add as a parting thought as we're kind of wrapping up here, though?
Yeah, you guys are going to see a good fight when I come, man. I'm even more prepared than I was prior time because I don't have the layoff. I have the experience of the cage time, and you guys are going to see bone bear. All right, guys?
It's going to be an amazing fight. We got Teshay Gouthro and Ariel Zuniga going at it. BTC 8 Eliminator. It's happening on November 30th. And just really appreciate all the time there. Ariel, best of luck with the remainder of your preparations and enjoy the rest of your day as well.
Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate it. How's it going, man?